What key do I hit if I want to hit? Is it like an F7?
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hello, Kim. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. So we have like about 6 more minutes. I'm just going to turn my camera off so we get ready to start. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Kim.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Can I please test my microphone with someone?
We can hear you.
Oh,
I can hear
thank-
you.
Thank you
Hi,
very
everybody.
much. That's all I needed to know. Thank you.
You online?
Good afternoon, everyone. It's 2:00, so I just want to make sure that we have the quorum with the requisite board members. Do we have all the board members here?
Darrell Godfrey.
I see Daryl. I see Mr. Johnson.
Julie
Doug
Diaz
Schneider.
is here.
I see Julie.
Mrs. Schneider. Yes, sir.
Is Aaron on? Aaron Bender?
I'm on.
Okay, so I have Aaron, I have Daryl, I have Julie, Carmen, Doug Williams. So I think we have enough, James, to start.
Okay.
Hi, this is Rosemary Flaherty. I'm also checking in for Pemberton Township.
Okay, we're gonna do a roll call. I just
Okay,
wanted to make sure. Yep,
sorry.
that's okay. That's quite all right. So James,
Okay.
you wanna, start?
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the November 8th, 2023 Urban Enterprise Zone Authority Board Meeting. This meeting will be recorded. Please be advised that when the chair opens the public comment portion of the meeting, members of the public will be able to speak and provide comment. You must slowly provide your first and last name and any organization with which you are affiliated. Please keep your comments to the topic of the Urban Enterprise Zone program and/or the authority. Additionally, your comments will be restricted to 2 minutes. I would like to turn the meeting over to our chair, Kimberly Holmes, to call the meeting to order.
Thank you, James. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for logging on. In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, notice of this meeting has been sent to the Bergen Record and the Trentonian at least 48 hours prior to this meeting, and a meeting notice has been posted in the Secretary of State's Bulletin Board for the Department of State. James, could you please conduct the roll call?
Roll call will be done by calling out each department. When you hear the department you represent, please slowly and clearly say your first and last name. The Department of Community Affairs,
Kimberly Holmes.
the Department of Labor,
Julie
The-
Diaz.
the Department of Treasury,
Aaron Binder.
New Jersey Economic Development Authority,
Yes, Ted Cooper's here. Sorry about that.
New Jersey Redevelopment Authority.
Darrell Godfrey.
Public members, Carmen Mendiola, William Johnson,
Here.
Douglas Schneider. Here. As chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you so much. Before you are the minutes from the October 11th, 2023 UEZA Board Meeting for review and approval. I kindly request that the board members state their name for the record when making a motion or second. Do I have a motion to approve the October 11th UEZA Board Meeting minutes and a second?
Doug Schneider, motion.
Thank you, Doug.
Julie
Do I have a
Diaz,
second?
second.
Thank you, Julie. It's been properly moved in second. James, can we have a roll call vote?
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Darrell Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola, Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The minutes are approved.
Thank you, James. Moving forward with the agenda, we have the Executive Director's Report to the Board and 18 items that fall under new business. Executive Director Slaughter, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I wanted to basically just give a highlight of activities that have occurred. We've been meeting and having discussions with staff and UEZ Deputy Attorney General staff regarding the interim status of the 5-year master plan and determining the procedures that need to be done towards getting it approved into rules. As the staff, we've come across some interesting cases that we need to kind of explore. We're investigating the options on how we can expand UEZ businesses and working with our coordinator partners to help them in assisting their outreach. But one thing that's become real clear is that we have several business districts throughout the state in which English is a second language and may not be aware of the benefits of the urban enterprise zone. In addition, we're looking at how we can translate a lot of our documents so that they reach that population. Now, we're fortunate that we have a couple staff members that when we have issues towards related to Arabic or Mandarin, they can serve in our communication and help us in terms of expanding our capabilities. But we need to work with communications and figure out what the right approach is. At the time that this report was prepared, our total of approved projects is 143, and we have dispersed 42,891,000. But it doesn't include the projects that are on the November agenda today. I'm going to be participating in a panel discussion with the commissioner and Senator Poe at the Urban Mayors Coordination Group and in association with the League of Municipalities on November 15th at 2 o'clock. We're going to be talking about the UEZ, its future, the next steps, and the direction. We're also started to plan a training session for our coordinators in February. And the topics of discussion are going to be certification, business outreach, and the implementation of the 5-year plan. That will meet their requirements for the 8 hours annually needed for the UEZ and for all coordinators to meet their certification. Finally, we've been working with our partners to highlight UEZ success stories. And certain of the success stories have ended up in the broadcast. And we're very pleased about that. And we want to focus on the success of our partners and how the infusion of UEZ dollars has turned communities around. And that is, Madam Chair, the highlight on my report. I will now move to the project proposals segment. We will now review our project proposals for consideration by the Board of Commissioners. To have adequate consideration for each resolution, a UEZ board roll call is enacted. Please state your name to confirm your attendance. If there is no representation, your application/request will be tabled until the next meeting. Asbury Park. Bridgeton.
Stephanie Gonzalez.
Gloucester City.
Lori Ryan.
Guttenberg.
Hiram Gonzalez.
Hillside.
Good afternoon, Steve Augustin.
Jersey City.
Lawrence Barron.
Perth Amboy.
Noella Colon.
Pemberton.
Rosemary Flaherty.
Pleasantville.
Jacqueline Amato Belton.
Vineland.
Sandy Forrest Siski.
Wildwood,
Steve Boy. Sorry, Steve Boy, I'm here.
Wildwood Crest.
Also me, Steve Boy.
Julie, I know you're present as far as Asbury Park, but you're muted.
Thank you, Director. Sorry about that. Yes, I am here.
Madam Chair, that is confirmation of the attendance for UEZ coordinators.
Thank you, James. We have 18 items on our agenda, 18 action items. Our first new item is the approval of Asbury Park UEZ made and sold in Asbury Park program in the amount of $62,416. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Julianne Murray, I see that you're here. You want to walk us through it?
Certainly. This is going to be a social media and press campaign culminating in a market makers event at at a big hotel here in the city in February. And leading up to that event, we want to really push out there the benefits of the Urban Enterprise Zone program, the great number of businesses in the city that have joined the Urban Enterprise Zone program since it was resurrected, or not resurrected because it wasn't completely, but since recently, and there have been a great number, and to attract other, and then the make element, because it's made and sold, and that there are so many products that are actually manufactured here in the city by Urban Enterprise Zone registered businesses. And I have come up with a really good slogan, which I'm not going to tell anybody yet because, well, I might have to copyright it because it's really good. No, I would be happy to share it all with you once I have launched my campaign. And well, I'll have to share it with you because it's going to be in the public domain. But anyway, it's going to be a wonderful event. It's going to increase the size of the current businesses here, and it's going to attract other businesses to open and come into the zone.
Thank you so much, Julianne. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Asbury Park and a second?
I'll motion it, Carmen Mendiola.
Thank you, Carmen. May I have a second?
Second, Aaron Binder.
Thank you, Aaron. It's been properly moved and second. It's open for discussion. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, could you please conduct a roll call vote?
Okay. Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you. We wish you well, Julianne.
Thank you. Save the date, February 3rd. Everybody
Okay.
come to Asbury. Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much. Kimberly.
You're welcome. Next on our agenda is the approval of the Bridgeton UEZ pedestrian safety in the amount of $50,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Stephanie, you want to walk us through it?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you to the board members for giving us the opportunity for this. So where Bridgeton UEZ is requesting $50,000 to provide portable solar message boards to help promote safety with our merchants. We also we're going to put it in locations that helps the sidewalk sales, also outdoor events, for certified business UAZ.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Bridgeton and a second?
Motion, Doug Schneider.
Thank you, Doug. May I have a second?
Second, Daryl Godfrey.
Thank you, Darrell. It's been properly moved in second. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, could you please conduct a roll call vote?
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Doug Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you so much. Next on our agenda is the approval of the Bridgeton UEZ revolving loan fund in the amount of $350,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Stephanie, you want to walk us through this one as well?
Yes, of course. Thank you. Bridgeton UAZ is requesting $350,000 to help provide UAZ certified business funding through a revolving loan fund. In addition, it will help establish new businesses to help keep their businesses going in the heart of our cities. Thank you.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal and a second?
I'll motion it, Carmen Mendiola.
Okay, so I heard Julie motion and I heard Carmen second. It's been properly
That's
moved in
fine.
second. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, could you please conduct the roll call vote?
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you. Next
Thank
on our
you.
agenda. Sorry?
I said thank you very much. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you're welcome.
Mm.
Next on our agenda is the approval of the Bridgeton UEZ portable camera project in the amount of $26,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Hey, Stephanie, you want to walk us through the last one for Bridgeton?
Yes, of course. Thank you. Bridgeton UAZ is requesting $26,000 to help provide portable solar cameras surveillance to help combat the violence and shoplifting in our area. And I feel this is a very much needed project in our city. And thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Bridgeton and a second?
Motion, Daryl Godfrey.
Thank you, Darrell. May I have a second?
Second, Doug Schneider.
Thank you, Doug. It's been properly moved in second. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, please conduct the roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you. And Ms. Gonzalez, we wish you and Bridgeton well on the project.
Thank you so much.
Next on our agenda is the approval of Gloucester City UEZ administrative budget for fiscal year 24, beginning July 1, 2023 to June 30th, 2024, in the amount of $50,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Lori, you want to walk us through it?
Yes, thank you to the board for consideration for this admin budget for 2024. We have been successful in the public relations and marketing of our campaign and in just awareness of the program. So I thank you for that, and we look forward to continuing.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Gloucester City and a second?
I'll motion it, Carmen Mendiola.
Thank you, Carmen. May I have a second?
Julie Diaz, second.
Thank you, Julie. It's been properly moved in second. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, please conduct the roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Darrell Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz, Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Lori. We wish you well on your project. Next on our agenda is the approval of Guttenberg UEZ Administrative Budget for fiscal year 24, beginning July 1, 2023 to June 30th, 2024, in the amount of $7,848. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Hiram, you want to walk us through it?
Sure. Thank you, Madam Chair and board members, for the opportunity to present to you. This admin budget, even though it is small, it is still substantial for the town of Guttenberg. It's related to some of the admin costs as well as marketing and advertising for the UZ area. So we want to thank the opportunity to present.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this project proposal for Guttenberg and a second?
Motion, Doug Schneider.
Thank you, Doug. May I have a second?
Second,
Darrell Godfrey.
Thank you, Aaron. It's been properly
I'll
moved and
second it,
second.
Carmen Mendiola.
Thank you so much. It's been properly moved and second. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, please conduct a roll call.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Darrell Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Hiram. We wish you and Guttenberg well in the project.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you for everyone.
Next on our agenda is the approval of Hillside UEZ holiday lights and decorations in the amount of $55,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Steve, you want to walk us through it?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Board, for this consideration. The Township of Hillside is asking for $55,000 so that we can adorn our business district with holiday lights and decorations in the hopes of encouraging more business activity throughout the holiday season. This will also hopefully generate some more business to allow for some seasonal employees to be hired. As such, we're making that request. Thank you.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this request proposal for Hillside and a second?
Ty Cooper,
Motion,
motion
Darrell
to
Godfrey.
approve.
Yeah, I heard Ty make the motion. I heard Darrell second. It's been properly moved and second. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns?
Just one tie to saying, I think it's great that Hillside is doing this. I think it's really great they're being so active, especially around the holiday times, to encourage employing people during that time, but also just the decorations. I think that's a great use of funding. So supportive of this initiative.
Thank you so much. Do we have any other comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, James, please conduct the roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Darrell Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Doug Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you so much, and we wish you well with your project in Hillside, Steve.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Board, for that consideration.
Next on our agenda is the approval of Jersey City UEZ off-duty police programs for fiscal year 23 in the amount of $1,961,968. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Florence, you want to walk us through it?
Yes, good afternoon, and thank you, Madam Chair, the board, and UEZ staff for all their consideration and help during this process. We're requesting to increase the number of off-duty police officers that patrol our UEZ districts to ensure public safety is maintained and encourage shopping in a safe environment along our UEZ commercial corridors. These officers will patrol exclusively within the UEZ, and we will be directing all of the posting, all the posts and according to the approved budget.
Thank you. May I have a motion for the approval of this request proposal for Jersey City and a second?
Ty Cooper, motion.
Thank you, Ty. May I have a second?
Julie Diaz, second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved and second. Thank you, Julie. It's open for a discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, please conduct the roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
I'm going to abstain from this one.
So noted. Continue, James.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you. And Florence, we wish you and Jersey City well.
Thank you so much. And I just want to wish you and the board a very happy holiday and blessed Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Next on our agenda is the approval of the UEZ mobile event stage in the amount of $166,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Noelia, you want to walk us through it?
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Madam Chairperson, and also Director Slaughter and board members and the UEZ team. So our first application here today on the agenda is for a customized mobile event stage to create ease of use, cost effectiveness, greater visibility, and added security. So the UEZ consists of a variety of business districts, which accumulate to about 10 collective miles of commercial space, parks, residential properties, public and private schools. And so the stage will allow us to have an expansion of events to areas where limited venues are available, which restricts opportunities for outdoor events, fairs, and festivals year-round.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Perth Amboy and a second?
Motion, Julie Diaz.
Thank you, Julie. May I have a second?
Second, Aaron Binder.
Thank you, Aaron. It's been properly moved in second. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, please conduct a roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you. Next on our agenda is the approval of Perth Amboy UEZ vacuum litter collector in the amount of $95,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Noelia, you want to walk us through this one as well?
Sure, thank you. So the second application is for a litter collector to assist with continuing our best practices in the areas of cleanliness and beautifications for our main downtown districts within the UEZ. And the UEZ branded litter collector will be operated by DPW staff from the sanitation department for litter abatement. And we hope to have this piece of equipment within the first quarter of next year.
Thank you. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Perth Amboy and a second?
Motion, Julie Diaz.
Thank you. Thank you, Julie. May I have a second?
Second.
I'll second it, Carmen.
Thank you. It's been properly moved by Julie, second by Carmen. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, please conduct the roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Ms. Cologne. We wish you and Perth Amboy much success.
Thank you very much.
Next on our agenda is the approval of Pleasantville UEZ administrative budget for fiscal year 24 from July 1, 2023 to June 30th, 2024 in the amount of $49,500. $543. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Hearing none, Jacqueline, are you available?
Yes, I am.
And you want to walk us through it?
Yes, I am. First, I would like to thank Executive Slaughter and his staff, especially Joyce, for having patience and really helpful for getting these projects to this agenda today. We're asking here in the great city of Pleasantville for funding for the UEZ coordinator to be able to fund salaries, wages, the purchase of materials and supplies for the UEZ office, for professional services, as far as marketing the UEZ program, and other operating expenses today.
Thank you. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Pleasantville and a second?
Motion, Darrell Godfrey.
Thank you, Darrell. May I have a second?
Ty Cooper.
Thank you. It's been properly moved by Darrell, second by Ty. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, please conduct a roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Darrell Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
Thank
We
you
wish you
all.
in Pleasantville continued success.
Thank you.
Next on our agenda is the approval of Vineland UEZ Commercial Corridor Project Year 2 in the amount of $305,000. Before we begin, are there any recusal or abstentions? Sandra, you want to walk us through it?
Sure. Thank you, everyone. This is Juniper Vineland, our commercial corridor project for cleaning and maintenance. This year, we're adding a second commercial corridor to the project. They're both exits off our main highway, Route 55. The second commercial corridor project, the second commercial corridor is where our industrial park is. There's a lot of truck traffic and there's a lot of trash. So it will include 2 commercial corridors.
That's totally different. Are you gonna let me explain this, or you gonna? Because it's 2 different things. So taxation.
You have to
does
mute
their
yourself,
own
Ms.
annual
Johnson.
reporting.
Ms. Johnson, you have to mute
The-
yourself.
Whatever, however you can or how.
So before we take a vote, did everybody hear Sandra's proposal?
No.
Okay, you might want to just tell us again, please. And just so that we're clear, could everyone please mute themselves if you're not presenting? So Sandra, could you please tell us again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a little broken, but we can hear you.
Okay, yeah, because I'm not in the office. So this is for the commercial corridor. It's our second year. We added a second commercial corridor, which is our industrial park, because there's a lot of truck traffic and a lot of trash. But this is the second year and it's working very well, keeping and maintaining our commercial in the UEZ.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Vineland and a second?
Motion, Doug Schneider.
Thank you, Doug. May I have a second?
Motion, second, Julie Diaz.
Thank you. It's been moved by Doug, second by Julie. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, please conduct the roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Darrell Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you so much. And Sandra, we wish you and Vineland continued success.
Thank you so much.
Next on our agenda is the approval of Wildwood UEZ administrative budget for fiscal year 24 from July 1, 2023 to December 31st, 2023 in the amount of $69,570. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Steve, you want to walk us through it?
Sure. Good afternoon, board members. First, I want to apologize. It's difficult to hear me. I'm working my way through a cold and don't have much voice at the moment. This administrative budget is for the first half of the fiscal year of 2024. These funds will be used to cover in part the salary for the UEZ coordinator, as well as a small percentage of the salary for finance personnel who helps deal with overseeing the funds for the UEZ. These funds will also be used to continue to fund the operation of the normal operation of the UEZ office, including providing certification assistance for businesses and hopefully some outreach to new eligible businesses in the district.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Wildwood in a second?
Motion, Darrell Godfrey.
Thank you, Darrell. May I have a second?
Second, Julie Diaz.
Thank you, Julie. It's been properly moved in second. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, please conduct a roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Darrell Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0.
Thank you. Next on our agenda is the approval of Wildwood Crest UEZ, UEZ NJ Avenue Streetscape Revitalization in the amount of $68,350. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Steve, you want to walk us through this one?
Sure. This request for funding is for the development of a streetscape design plan for the UEZ corridor that runs along New Jersey Avenue and Wildwood Crest. Total cost for the project is just south of $260,000, and Wildwood Crest is requesting $68,350 in zone assistance funds. The goal of the project is to amplify business opportunities in retail and dining sectors by providing increased street activity. We're a tourism-based community down here, so by creating more appealing, better thought-out spaces, hopefully lead to more attractions and events, which will lead to more customer traffic and longer stays from visitors. That means more success with businesses and more job opportunities for the business, for residents and people in the community.
Thank you so much.
You're good.
Thank you. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Wildwood Crest in a second?
Ty Cooper motion.
Thank you, Ty. May I have a second?
Second, Darrell Godfrey.
Thank you. It's been properly moved in second. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, please conduct a roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Darrell Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you, Steve. We wish you and Wildwood Crest continued success, and we hope you feel better.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Next on our agenda is the approval to authorize Pemberton a request for proposal for preparing a 5-year plan. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Rosemary, are you available?
I am here.
Thank you. You want to walk us through it?
So obviously, we are looking for approval to authorize the request for proposals to prepare our 5-year plan.
Are you finished?
Yes.
Okay. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for a 5-year plan for Pemberton in a second?
Motion, Doug Schneider.
Thank you, Doug. May I have a second?
Second, Julie Diaz.
Thank you, Julie. It's been properly moved in second. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, please conduct the roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes.
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Snyder,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you. Next up is the approval for Pemberton acceptance of a request for proposal for undertaking the 5-year plan in an amount not to exceed $125,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Rosemary, you want to walk us through this one?
Thank you. This will be, actually, we're asking for approval to authorize the acceptance for the RFP, to create the 5-year plan, but we will not exceed the $125,000.
Thank you. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Pemberton and a second?
I motion it, Carmen.
Thank you, Carmen. May I have a second?
Second, Doug Schneider.
Thank you, Doug. It's been properly moved in second. James, could you please conduct a roll call vote?
Yes. Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We wish you continued success, Rosemary. You and
Thank you very
Pemberton.
much.
Next on our agenda is the approval to authorize Pleasantville a request for proposal RFP for preparing a 5-year plan. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Jacqueline, are you available?
Yes, I am.
You want to walk us through it?
Yes, the city of Pleasantville is submitting this letter requesting authorizations from this board to present and to put on the streets an RFP to do a 5-year plan to stay in compliance with the 2021 UEZ legislation.
Thank you. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Pleasantville and a second?
Motion, Daryl Godfrey.
Thank you. May I have a second? Thank you, Darrell.
Second, Aaron Binder.
Thank you, Aaron. It's properly moved in second. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, please conduct a roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Doug Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you. Next on our agenda is the approval to authorize Pleasantville acceptance of the RFP for undertaking a 5-year plan not to exceed $125,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Jacqueline, you want to walk us through this one?
Yes, the city of Pleasantville is asking or requesting to submit a request for proposals in to put on the streets to be able to establish to establish a planner or professionals to help the city of Pleasantville create a 5-year zone development plan to stay in compliance with the UEZ legislation.
Thank you. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Pleasantville and a second?
Motion, Daryl Godfrey.
Thank you, Darrell. May I have a second?
Second,
Carmen
Julie
Mendiola.
Diaz.
Thank you. I heard Carmen do the second and Darrell make the motion. It's been properly moved in second. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, James, please conduct a roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes. That wasn't me screaming.
Carmen
That was me, I'm
Mendiola,
sorry. Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, and Jacqueline, we wish you in Pleasantville continued success.
Thank you so much.
Board, I just want to go back for a moment because I knew something startled me. When we did the Pemberton one, we took the vote, but I didn't ask were there any questions, comments, or concerns. So I just want to go back to that one. Did anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns about the request for proposal for the plan not to exceed $125,000 for the board? Does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns? Aaron?
Yeah.
Aaron Binder?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, comments, or
No,
concerns?
no questions. No, I'm good.
Darryl Godfrey?
No. I'm
Julie
good.
Diaz? Julie?
None.
Ty?
Thank you.
Ty
I'm
Cooper?
good. I'm good. Thank
Carmen Mendiola?
you. No, thank you.
Douglas Schneider?
No, thank you.
William Johnson?
No, thanks.
Neither did I. Thank you, because I thought, I said, did I ask that? And I didn't see that I did. So thank you so much. Now we're up to, this concludes the action items. So moving forward, it's old business. Are there any items to discuss? We look forward to receiving public comments at this time. Members of the public, please note that you can press *6 to mute and unmute yourself. As a reminder, I ask that you please keep your comments limited to the jurisdiction of this entity and limited to 2 minutes. Do we have any comments from the public? Well, hearing none, I just want to wish everyone a joyful holiday for Thanksgiving or whatever way that you decide to enjoy yourselves. I wish you well, and I hope you get some rest that you so desperately need, and that we continue to keep this world and our nation in our thoughts. If there are no additional comments, I would like to thank everyone for their participation. May I have a motion to adjourn this meeting in a second?
Motion to adjourn, Darryl Godfrey.
Thank you for the motion to adjourn, Darryl. May I have a second?
Second, Carmen. Everybody
you.
wants a second.
It's been properly moved by Carmen, second by Carmen, moved by Darryl. James, could you please conduct a roll call vote?
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Darryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you so much. This concludes our meeting. The time ended is 2:46. So thank you so much, everyone, to all our coordinators and to the staff at UAZ. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Blessings to all. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
to you
you.
too, Carmen. Blessings to you, board.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays to everyone.